I've stopped guessing how to find great stocks that are about to explode higher. Most traders use their social media feeds, or they're just scanning the internet to try and find stocks and meme stocks that they think is going to work and make money for them. I've started using AI to find stocks that are breaking out, and so far it's been really successful. It takes a bit of time to find the right stocks and the right AI agent to find great stocks for you, because as you probably know, it's quite a mixed bag, and even the results from reliable AI platforms are quite difficult to distinguish. But once you know where to go and where to look and how to filter and how to respond, then you can make a lot of money from a lot of great results through AI. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'll show you how I find great AI stocks to trade on the New York Stock Exchange. Hey guys, so what we're going to do here now is I'm just going to show you what prompt I give the AI, and we'll just discuss and look at what kind of stock results it gives us, and we can examine it. And so this is the prompt here. I will just zoom into that. I'm going to put it in the description so you guys can use it if you want to. This is the kind of stocks that I like. Basically, exploding stocks that start to look good and we can make lots of money quickly. We don't want to be stuck in any consolidation patterns. We want to be getting in right on the April 6th and April 7th. So let's have a look and see what GPT came up with. I'm also going to have a look at Grok, and we'll have a little experiment with that as well. So I haven't looked in depth into any of these. I've just done this just now, a quick search, and we'll just have a look at the examinations. And what comes out of these results, guys, is that we all have our patterns that we look for. We all, we trade things that we like to see, head and shoulders patterns or whatever. I like to trade breakouts. So I'm just going to be looking here for things that excite me, basically. I don't go for charts that go up and down and up and down. I don't really want to get involved with that sort of stuff. I just want to see a nice gradual or potentially explosive breakout on large volumes to new highs. So let's get into it and see what we can find. So first off the bat, there is the prompt. Find me 20 stocks, market cap, small caps, relative volume 2x. So I want to see big volume above the 20 and the 50 exponential moving average. Strength within 3 to 5% of a 52-week high. That's amazing. I love that. And this prompt came from GPT, so I kind of refined this until I started getting results that I thought were worthwhile. So AOSL, let's have a quick look. So I'm going to be straight with you, says GPT. There's no clean way to guarantee all of your filters purely from public lists. I tried this earlier with GPT a couple of weeks ago, and it came back to me and said, hey, I can't find stocks for you. These are all just pretend stocks because I don't have the ability to go and scan live data or something, which struck me as very strange, but there's no excuses this time. So let's have a look at them and see what we think is good. So AOSL. OPLN, that's kind of interesting. That came, I think that's on the list somewhere. OPLN, yeah. So we'll just go straight to that. The price line kind of is designing this bull flag for us. So as soon as it pops up above, we can put a little alert in here into Trade Vision. This is the software I use, link in the description for a free trial. It's kind of going that way, isn't it? This is the 20, that's the 50, that's the 150. And the 150 is just kind of flattening out a little bit here, but as soon as it breaks out of that. So this is kind of cool. I've got a list here of AI finds from about a week ago, and we can go through them too and see how they're panning out. But this first one, OPLN, is totally, yeah, it's good. AOSL, let's have a look at AOSL. AOSL. And this is also kind of interesting. It's hit that very profound resistance level of $32, hasn't it? I would be expecting a pullback here. There's a lot of good volume in here. And there's obviously a big sell-off after earnings. Maybe they had a crap lot of earnings. And the MRSI is starting to tick upwards into the number two arena, which is not historical highs by any stretch of the imagination. It was away up at 3 and 5. That's the only other indicator I sort of use sometimes. I don't spend too much time on indicators other than the moving averages and volume, which are my two primary sources of information. Also very interesting, AOSL. TTM. Let's see what's happening with TTM. I'm really filtering these. See here, for example, TTM. Oh, TTMI. I'm not reading it properly. TTMI technology. As I was going to say, really filtering these results is it's all about your own personal preferences and what things you're looking for. I mean, look at this chart here, perfectly reasonable. You might want to get on that little breakout there and it pull back again back to zero. But you're now looking at 141% over a few weeks. It's pretty good. So I mean, I really like the look of TTMI. I think it looks fantastic. So that is also, I'm going to add that to the list because it's great. It's a really nice stock chart. So that prompt seems to be working pretty well. This Trade Vision software finds breakouts for you, but I've never seen TCMI because because whenever I find a chart that I like the look of, I put a blue line in here and say, okay, this is where it first came on my radar and I'm watching it. So TTMI, I really like this. It's going to pull back, isn't it? It's found support of the previous resistance and it's at 1112, 112, should I say. And it's probably going to bounce higher. So that is like slow and steady wins the race. And a very solid breakout on tiny, not really huge volume, but one to watch for sure. ALNT, let's see what's going on. ALNT. That's this annoying prompt text thing, but anyway. Very similar kind of pattern. It's popped up above there for the first time ever. It's pulling back a little bit on pretty strong volume. So that is also one to watch, ALNT. But wow, I mean, what a run. And this is basically exactly the chart pattern that I like to find. So we're a bit late to the game here. But anyway, when I find a stock that's been consolidating for years and suddenly it has popped out, stuck its head above there and it's on its way. I mean, what a great run. Look at that. Had a great earnings. I mean, great earnings, nothing. And then suddenly somebody knows something major happens and we're now looking at 167%. It's fantastic. So that's also, I mean, the AI is doing a great job here. These are all very interesting. Let's see how long the very interesting lasts for. It's a good start. FN, Fabinet. Yeah, it's not really, this is where it's falling down. You see, I said small caps. Oh no, market cap, it's just a market cap. I really should have said small caps. I don't really want to be buying $669 worth of stocks, but anyway. I mean, what a great run to be invested in that back in May last year, just 6 months ago. And in 6 months, you put in, once it breaks out there, I mean, solid trades. A little bit overbought now. It's gone way, way up above the moving averages. So you'd be waiting for a pullback back to the 100s there. So interesting. Tight consolidation calling. These are about to go setups. Okay, GPT. Let's see what we think of these ones. Very interesting. Omega. Not really coiling. I mean, it's come right down to the 150, which I quite like, and that's your buying range. And up, consolidation, up. It's broken up past the previous resistance where it got up to 44, and it's now come back and looking pretty solid. So also, not a bad little moment it's having there. So I quite like that one too. Good on ya. FHN, First Horizon. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a bit of a damp squib. That's not. I mean, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Financial services is broken out and then had a big pullback. Where would you be going to get? You'd be wanting to get in there and probably getting out. Maybe there's not much of a trade there, and it's kind of consolidating. So that's a dud. And check out Levi. I think we're moving into the realms of the AI fantasy now. So it's not, these stocks are not really doing anything. So it just goes to, I mean, I'm not going to touch with this with the bars pull. Yeah, it's just making stuff up now. So that's good to know. At least it wasn't all fabulous. I know for a fact that Vera is kind of interesting. So I looked at it. No, I'm not really feeling Vera either. So that's interesting. Momentum small caps. ARMN. Let's see what's what. And this also happens with GPT, in that it just makes tickers up, which is really helpful. Let's try Alto. Yeah, wow, that's cool. I like that one. Big gap up, big earnings surprise. Only 1,000% surprise, and 27 million shares being traded that day, and it's going higher and higher. So that is a good find. I really like that. And this is what we love, the massive downtrends and basically the story, the narrative changing around a stock, which I really like. So tanking, tanking, tanking. All of a sudden, what have we got? I've got huge volume there, 25 million. On a stock that trades 170,000 a day, all of a sudden there's 25 million being traded, and that's pretty cool, isn't it? And then there's a giant 27 million. So that's got a long way to go. It may pull back and it may continue, but that's really nice. And where would you be getting in? You'd probably be getting in now, because it's just a tiny pullback and a pop again, and looks to be going. It's just popped out over that previous resistance. That's looking solid. Let's see what the volume's like. If I hide this huge volume, let's see what's what. Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? So that looks to be going higher. You've got a bit of a trend line there. Where are we? This one. And so kind of 1, 2, 3, and that looks to be continuing higher. So I quite like that. That's pretty cool. That's one to watch. ALTO. Thank you, GPT. Anything else, Mama's Creations? Let's just have a look, see what's happening. One final little stock here. Yeah, so that's crap, right? We don't want anything to do with that. Selling off in big volume. Maybe they had a crapola earnings. Says it's an earnings beat, but you don't really want to be a part of that. So that's a fail on GPT. Smart money rotation, small caps. Let's just do a couple more fun, because we love looking at small caps. DOCN. DigitalOcean. Wow, yeah, nice comeback. Bouncing right off the I think that's the 150. Let me just double check. 20 and 50. Yeah, bouncing off the 50 hard on strong volume. That looks pretty solid too. And you'd put a little alert in there when it breaks out above that, because that's a nice little stock too. So cool, guys. That's a wrap for today. I think you can also use Grok. I like Grok quite a lot. I tried a little simpler. Find small cap stocks with high relative volume, recent breakout averages, and strong price momentum. Grok is really good at finding the stocks, I find as well. Check out Sweetgreen, which was not on my radar at all, but I love this. Look at that, Sweetgreen. This is really interesting. And when it breaks up above that, when it goes up to, when we start looking at $7, I'll be in like Flynn, as they say. Sure, my age there, but yeah, this looks like a big momentum change, doesn't it? Something's happening. And there's maybe some news. If I click on news here on Sweetgreen, trading lower on February 28th. So this is kind of all old news. RFK's new food guidelines could boost beaten down casual Chipotle. Yeah, that's very interesting. Let's look at one very quick one before we go. SQFT. I've got a big list of watch list finds here, SQFT being one of them. And I thought this was quite interesting. So this is just a wild stock that does mad things. But it's starting to have a little bit of a doing something, isn't it? Very interesting. So nothing, 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 nothing. And then suddenly it's going to start moving higher. Maybe the 20 and the 150 will cross maybe the 20 and the 50 will cross the 150 at one point very soon. SNAL is just completely bonkers. I think Grok found this one for me. Something wild happening here. 865 million shares traded overnight on a stock that was usually 15,000. If I remove my watching line, you can see it ran up. Nothing to see here. Perfectly normal day in small caps, and ran up 470% in a day. Perfectly normal. So I'm marking this as a watching. It's in my AI watch list. I'm really curious to see where this goes from here. This stock, that's SNAL. and anything's possible. Post-market has jumped up a few cents from 85 to $1. Sorry, 90 cents. And I'm just going to keep an eye on this one. And there's a couple other ones that the AI found for me. Again, very nice bull flag here, kind of going up this way, and it's just popped up above 2860. That is DLX. So very interesting. And I will be continuing to use AI and find brilliant breakout stocks. So keep watching the channel. And if you enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe and check out, I think I'll go that way. No, it's got to be that way, isn't it? Yeah, check out that video. I'm sure you'd find great value in it. Anyway, thanks for your time. See you soon. All the best and keep waiting for breakouts. Bye.